Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Richard. As you can see by the graphics, today I am going to be continuing my series for Cimmerian September, and I'm going to continue with Savage Tales number 2, October 1973. So I was really quite surprised the difference in time from May 1971, which was the first issue of Savage Tales featuring Conan the Barbarian, and then this one. So kind of interesting that real like almost a year and a half time in between both issues. So I don't know what Marvel might have been doing in between, possibly some other Savage Swords of Conan or just the regular Conan comic book or whatnot. But yeah, there was a long span of time between issues number 1 and number 2. I'll see if that same trend goes for issue number 3. Perhaps it was an annual release. But anyway, let's get right into Cimmerian September Savage Tales number 2. Now, as I stated earlier, I am not going to read through entire stories, whatever. I'm just going to do a brief flip through of this particular comic. And let me get the I'm going to switch views here. So here I have my copy of it, and still, like I said previously, in really good shape. But I will use the PDF instead of flipping through the pages and doing it that way. So anyway, I do have these, and really happy to have this in my collection. And so here we go with the PDF. So here's the PDF, and I found the PDF online. It's part of an archive, so you can pull these up and take a look at them yourself. If you prefer to read digitally, this is one way to do it, and I will go through. So love the advertisements. I mean, the advertisements, going back to 1971, 1973 in this case, pretty interesting stuff to see, and that's why I like doing this for this time of the year. Just to go through it. So Stan Lee presents Conan the Barbarian, Savage Tales featuring. So Red Nails is the first story, and then the main story, the featured story here. Although they give it a different title here in this magazine. Hyborian Rage, Robert E. Howard's Lone Star Fictioneer. So another short story, I'm assuming, by Robert E. Howard. Dark Tomorrow, Cimmeria, which is Conan's Robert E. Howard's poem. All right, so we will take a look at that. The Coming of the Crusader, not quite sure what that is yet. I'm doing an unscripted page through here. A probable outline of Conan's career. That's really interesting, and this has been done particularly with the Del Rey books. The Del Rey books put the Conan stories in the order in which Robert E. Howard told them, not in the order of Conan's Conan the Barbarian's career. So this is one way that you can look at them and see, well, he was 18 here, he was 21 here, he was 44 here, and so on and so forth. But here, here that's what they're doing. They're putting him in the chronological order of Conan by his age and by his location, where he was going. But that's not the way Robert E. Howard told the Conan stories, and it wasn't the way he intended to tell the stories. But it is interesting that this is provided. The Skull of Silence is another story I'm leaning towards. This is Kull, the Conqueror. Yeah, I was almost gonna say I was leaning towards Solomon Kane, but I noticed Kull the Conqueror here. Roy Thomas is the editor. Various artists, so Barry Smith, George Barr, Frank Brunner. Most likely Barry Smith is the artist for the Conan stories in particular. So let's go to the next page here. And so here we have the No O Prince, the Nemedean Chronicles entry for all Conan stories. And then we go into Red Nails. Probably the most, probably one of the most important Conan the Barbarian stories. This one also includes Valeria, and so this is the introduction of the character Valeria, which becomes Conan's traveling companion and first love interest, with a reoccurring role in a couple of Conan's stories. Conan often did not have traveling companions for a very long time. And so Conan was very much a solo adventurer, and he would have henchmen or assistants here and there throughout his adventures, but they tended not to last very long. But here we have Valeria shown by herself traveling through the jungles of Dhofar. So they are in the country of Dhofar, if memory serves me correctly, which is a pretty brutal place to be in. And she of course sees something that scares her. She sees this forbidden city, a walled city, out in the distance when she climbs up these trees, and she then encounters Conan for the first time. Of course, they draw swords on each other, and they are, very wary of, any travelers. And they are attacked by appears to be like a stegosaurus, which they call a dragon because they would refer to dinosaurs as dragons. They actually kill this stegosaurus with a Derkata apple. They stabbed it in its tongue with a spear dipped in the apples, and that's how they eventually killed it. But there were many others that they had to flee from. And here you have that image of him stabbing it in the mouth with the apple, apple-soaked spear. They eventually get into the city, and there are two warring factions inside the city that they end up stumbling upon. First they think it's a completely dead city, it's a completely abandoned city, and then they find these warring factions with some supernatural aspects involved with it as well. And that is and this is a two-parter. So this is a two-part, and it will go into the thing from the catacombs next issue. So here is the Hyborian Rage, and this is illustrated by A.J. Williams, or Al Williams, Al Williams' son, Esquire, so a lawyer. Another Marvel Terra Triumph. So Solomon Kane versus Dracula. Interesting. The Lone Star Fictioneer by Frank Brunner and George Barr. So basically just like a biography of Robert E. Howard. Dark Tomorrow. Let's see who this is. What character this is. No, heading yet. It certainly looks like it's a modern pulp kind of adventure, almost like a Flash Gordon kind of thing. Set in an alternate universe. Yeah, like a spaceship kind of thing. So yeah, very, very Flash Gordonish. Some more advertisements. Karate class is only 99 cents. That's pretty amazing. Cimmeria, so this is the poem, illustrated, fully illustrated. That's pretty cool. Satana, the Devil's Daughter, in her dramatic debut, on sale July 3rd. I'm guessing of 1973. Oh no, this issue was December, so so probably 74. The Crusader, art by Joe Manley, who wrote it. Potentially Stanley. It could be Robert E. Howard as well. It's weird that they didn't tell you who. Vampire Tales, Morbius. I mean, so you're seeing names that go back so far. The probable outline of Conan's career. And they're utilizing weird tales to lay it out. Back issues. The Tower of Shadows. So this is a King Call story, so written by Robert E. Howard. Red Sonja, She-Devil of the Turanian Steppes. So that's in the next issue. Next issue will be on sale December 25th, 1973. And there we have it. And so this will be the next issue. So 1973. And I'll pick up where we left off. I like the fact that this particular archive goes from one to the next very quickly and easily. So so yeah, there you have it. Another installment of Cimmerian September. I hope that you're enjoying these. You know, if you are, please leave comments in the comments section, and you know, like the videos and share. You know, share them out there. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. If you want to see more in detail of anything Conan related, Conan the Cimmerian related during the month of September, just let me know in the comments section, and I 95% of the time I will have it. All right. I have a huge collection of Conan comics. Savage Swords of Conan, Savage Tales, obviously, I'm going through, plus all of his novels, and you know, and books and compilations of short stories and whatnot, including gaming things too. So I have Conan in OD&D, the original Dungeons and Dragons. I have you know, Conan in TSR's Conan. Game that they, you know, produced in like around 83ish, and then various other things as well. So any Conan Cimmerian, you know, of Cimmeria content for the month of September, I'm open to you know, listening to your advice and sharing that out there. So you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining, and as always, I look forward to seeing you on a gaming screen or at a convention sometime soon. My next convention is coming up on September 26th. So not that far off, and really looking forward to that. You all have a great day. Take care.